When texturing uneven meshes, like a terrain, on the sides of the mountains you may notice significant stretching. And this is because we are usually projecting the texture to the terrain from the y-axis. So this is what triplanar texturing will help us to fix. We'll first sample the texture from all of the three axes, and then we'll use normals of the mesh to gradually blend between those three projections. Here I have my procedurally generated terrain. I have applied a material on it, which is using a standard shader, which I will show you in a while, and you can really see that on the sides it is stretched badly. So let's take a look into the shader. Pretty much everything here is default. To the input struct, I have added a verge position because my terrain is not using UV coordinates, so Unity has already supplied the verge position for us, which is quite nice. In the serve function, I'm taking the verge position and I'm assigning some color based on the texture on the correct verge position. When we want to project the texture from the y-axis, so from the top, we need to take the x and z coordinates of the verge position, so we need to isolate the y-axis. As I said, we'll need to use normals of the mesh. What are normals? It is a direction of each vertex, just showing us the direction in which the vertex is facing, which will help us to gradually transition between those three projections. So to get the world normal, we can just add new float 3 to the input struct. It is really that simple, and it is called world normal. And now we can easily access it in the serve function. The normals are in range from -1 to 1, but if it is, for example, 1 on the x or -1 on the x, it is still projection on the same axis, so we don't really care if there is minus or not, so we can just make it absolute value. We want the sum of all of the components of the blend's value to be exactly 1, because then we will be multiplying all of these projections by the blend's values, so it has to be 1. But right now, there is a chance that sum of all of the components of the blend's value is not 1, which would make the texture brighter or darker. So to make sure that sum of all of these components is 1, we'll need to divide the blend's value by sum of its components. So it should look like this. Let's say that the value of the blends is 10 on the x, 5 on the y, and 5 on the z. Then sum of this is 20, and if we divide the x by 20, it is 0.5. 5 divided by 20 is 0.25, and on the z it will be the same. So sum of all of these components will really be 1. And now we can sample our texture based on the three axes, the x, y, and z. So each time we'll isolate the axis on which we want to have the projection from the verge position. So if we want to have it on the y, it will be xz. If we want to have it on the z, it will be xy, and so on. Like this, we have all of the three projections. Now we'll multiply each of these projections based on its blend corresponding value. So the projection x will multiply it by the blend's x, and so on. Sum of all of these projections should also give us 1. Just like that, just multiply the projections by its correct blend's value, and then we can sum all of these projections to make the final color. You can see that with the checkerboard, it looks a bit weird, but most of the texture seems to be correct. We can try changing it for a grass texture, which should look a lot better. And when using the grass texture on the sides of the mountain, it seems scaled really well. And on the flat parts, yep, it also seems fine. So on all points of the terrain, the texture should now be sampled correctly. The triplanar texturing technique is obviously a bit more expensive than just sampling one texture from, let's say, the y-axis. So if you really need to sample it from all of the three axes, you can do it. But if you can do it without it, just sampling one texture from one axis, then I would suggest you to do that. But the performance impact shouldn't be that high. And lastly, right now the tiling of the texture is not working, so we'll just quickly add new float property to the shader so that we can adjust scale of the texture. So we have the float scale property and also scale variable. Now we can just go to the surface function, and when we are getting the word position, we can just divide that by the scale, just like that. Yep, now we are able to scale the texture, so you should see better that it really is working and the texture is looking good on all sides of the mountain. And here you can see how it looks without the triplanar mapping, so you can see there really is a difference on the sides of the mountains. So now you will be able to texture any mesh using this simple but effective technique. I hope that this video was useful. If you have any questions, drop them down to the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I will see you in next videos. Bye! Thanks for watching this video till the end. If you are looking for a Unity, C# or Bolt tutor, then I am here for you, so feel free to send me a message to my Gmail and take a look at my website for more info. I can help you with your personal projects or teach you anything about game development you would want to know. You are welcome!